Hi everyone, and welcome to Born Under Punches special Terrarium Tuesday edition. What am I doing? There's no one watching. Hello everyone, and welcome to a special Terrarium Tuesday edition of Born Under Punches. So last week I just kind of jumped into it, and I didn't really, explain why I was doing Terrarium Tuesdays. So a couple of things. First of all, I have a wedding coming up, and I have a giant terrarium project. I have to make like 10 or 13 of them before September. So I thought this might be a good way to get it done. Might be kind of fun. And then the other kind of main reason is I've been feeling really burnt out, and I find that the show is the regular show is a little more work and a little more preparation, and I feel like I have to kind of be on for it. And I still wanted to be like engaging and making content, but I was having a hard time keeping up with everything. And so I just needed something that was a little more relaxed and chill and required less preparation. This ended up being it. So the initial idea for it was for it to be a call-in hour. So we're going to try and do that a little bit more this week or this time. So what we're going to do is, if you would like to join, feel free to use the guest link. If you don't have one, message me in the chat and I can send it to you. You'll pop up backstage once you use the guest link, and I will bring people on as they enter the backstage. So in order. And in the meantime, I'm just going to hang out and build some terrariums. So as long as I don't have a guest, I'll just explain what I'm doing, and I'll go from there. And yeah, feel free to message me anything in the chat. If you don't feel like coming backstage, still feel free to engage and joke with me, ask me what I'm doing, tell me about your day, make stupid jokes. That's always encouraged. Okay, so I started off for the record, Kelly just got back to his home base, and he has to take a big shit before he's joining us. So if anyone was wondering where his bowel situation was at, that's it. So what I have so far is I already put the rocks in, because last time David was streaming with me, and apparently the rocks hitting the glass was quite grating, so I've tried to do that beforehand so that you guys don't have to listen to it. I've also adjusted my microphone, so if there's an improvement, give me like a thumbs up, because Kelly said that apparently I've been sounding terrible. So I told him that's just how my voice sounds regularly. I just have this screeching, shrill thing. But he thought it was the microphone. So I've got the rocks already in here. What I'm going to do is you're supposed to use mesh or some sort of like sieve-like material. I just happen to have like a mesh material that I bought for some sort of crafting project, and so I've cut it into a circle, and I'm going to put it over top of this, because what you want to do is you want to keep your soil and your rock separate, because you don't want the water to wick up into your soil and give it your plant's root rot. So I'm just creating a bit of a barrier between the two, so the water will be able to go down, it just won't soak back up. And then a lot of people online, there's like this huge debate about whether or not you should be using charcoal in your terrariums. About 50% of the people I looked up said no, and about 50% said yes. So I'm just not doing it because it was one more thing that I have to buy. And if these all die before my wedding, so be it. I will just remake them, and we can have more Terrarium Tuesdays. I'm just using regular potting soil. They say you want it to be 1 inch to 2 inches. I've been reading up a lot about productivity and trying to get things done. And one thing that I keep coming across is something called body doubling, which I've seen the word used in relation to like ADHD and people trying to deal with that. And I don't have like an ADHD diagnosis or anything, but I do. Basically, the concept behind body doubling is just having someone else in a room with you while you're doing things to keep yourself, I guess, accountable. And just realized I wasn't recording. Keep yourself accountable and to ideally be more productive. So I'm kind of aware, and hope you guys are aware that I'm totally using you guys to keep me productive and accountable for my wedding project. I found it super helpful this weekend. Kelly was over, and he just sat and chatted with me while I reorganized my entire kitchen. And it's just nice. I recommend it as a tool if anyone needs it. It's just good to have someone there. It just makes it fly by. Also, he started cleaning my kitchen while I was sitting on the couch. So he did kind of force me into it, but I forgive him. Someone pointed out my poking stick last week, and it's literally just a cork on a skewer if you want to make one. Yeah, I've been struggling a little bit at work lately. We've been short-staffed, and people have been sick, and there's been like COVID, and it's just been a whole thing. And when you're a people pleaser, or a PP, as we like to be called, sometimes it's hard to take a step back and realize that you're being overworked. Thanks, Ian. And so part of this has been just trying to do something that's a little more chill, and it's something that I enjoy doing. I should tell you guys, I have this joke that's been my favorite joke for years, but I'm kind of starting to get over it. Because I'm realizing more and more that it's like kind of a boomer joke. So it's this, these two friends are talking, and the one is trying to explain to his other friend what a Freudian slip is. He said, well, you see, it's when you say one thing and you mean another. So you subconsciously thinking of one thing, and that's what your brain makes your mouth say rather than the thing that you're trying to say. And so he said, for example, the other day I was at the train station, and I was trying to order a ticket to Pittsburgh, but the lady behind the counter had like some pretty big cans. And so I accidentally ordered a ticket to Pittsburgh. It was really embarrassing. And his friend says, oh yeah. He's like, that happens to me all the time. It's like, for example, the other day, I tried to ask my wife, sweetie, could you please pass the salt? And instead I said, you fucking bitch, you ruined my life. Which is like funny in that it's shocking and great, but I feel like it is a very boomer joke where it's like, haha, I hate my wife. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not married yet. I'll let you guys know how it goes. So I just put in a Boston fern here. I like how big and pretty they are. I think they make a good centerpiece. And then haven't decided yet what I'm going to put around it. You guys can give me some input. I've got a few things. I've got some like little like pieces of wood that I picked up at the near the river. I've got some cool fossils that have just been sitting around my house that I've like found. This one's like a seashell. I've got some like an ammonite fossil. It kind of looks like alien. I've got this chunk of I don't even remember what it's called. It's like some sort of metal that's like the product of some sort of process. I've got some petrified wood that I got from the petrified forest in the States. I've got some like kitschy little shit that I've just hung on to from my childhood. I have a unicorn that's missing a leg. I've got a teacup from my Anne of Green Gables tea set. It's tiny, it's cute. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll start putting things in. You guys can tell me what you think. It's kind of cute, right? Maybe let's do like a Jurassic Park style thing here. Yeah, that looks cool as hell. I'm into it. Oh shit. We have our first caller.
Hello.
How's it going, Ian?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I can see myself on TV.
Hell yeah. Now
Amazing.
you're famous.
My wife is here. You know her, Christine, but she refuses to go on camera.
That's fair. That was me for a long time. I recommend getting a super pushy friend to rope you into doing a show. You'll get way more comfortable on camera.
There you go.
I could be that pushy friend.
It's working.
Good. How was your guys' day?
Oh, pretty good. You know, just working. Our dog is insane because we weren't home all day.
Oh,
you know all about it.
Yeah. He's a pretty sweet dog for anyone watching. He's like the loveliest.
Aww.
He's so sweet. And he missed you guys so much while you were gone. I went and picked him up from doggy daycare, and he immediately ran straight from me to the parking lot and was like, "Where are my parents?" And I was like, "Sorry, bud. Like, they're not here right now. You're gonna have to wait a little bit yet." And he was like, very disappointed.
Oh yeah, Nicole, you fashioned a leash out of some. I don't know what it was. It was like part of a hanging planter or something.
Yeah, it was a rope. It was like I guess it was some sort of like string thing, and then I just like tied it in knots until it was a rope.
Back to the basics. It worked.
Yeah.
Now we do have a terrarium question for you.
Okay.
Now, my understanding was that terrariums normally use like succulents, and I see you've got a fern in there. Is that unusual?
So you can put succulents in. They are a little more susceptible to things like root rot. They don't love to be like totally soaking wet. So usually you want to get like something tropical. So ferns are pretty common in terrariums because they like hold the humidity in. Yeah. So I've been misting these boys like basically every day. Same with moss. You just like anything that can stay wet or is normally in a tropical climate likes a terrarium.
Put a fish or a lizard or something in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, I mean, not that I'm going to put a fish or a lizard in here, but if you do like a closed terrarium, something that some people will do is put like little, what are they called? Isopods, are they? But these like little like bugs basically to create like a closed environment so they'll like eat the decaying plants and stuff. Millipedes work. I saw a guy, there's a guy on YouTube that does a bunch of terrariums, like that's his whole thing. And he does like closed terrariums, and he made one that was a millipede mountain, he called it, and it was like this big mound with just like, and he put like 10 or 20 millipedes in there. It was cool as hell.
That sounds kind of horrifying, but cool.
Yeah. Isn't that a song? Like someone made like a song out of that, the millipede sound, and it's just the sound of like 1,000 tiny feet. Like, it's horrible. Do not recommend. 0 out of 10.
Yeah, we were super excited to see the question got a 10 out of 10. So
yeah.
I'm beside myself.
Good. Yeah, that's first terrarium question of the day. So highly appreciate it. Coming in hot. Yeah.
Oh yeah. How many have you made so far?
Oh gosh. Okay, I have. You guys are. This is going to be the thing about Terrarium Tuesdays. People are just going to slowly watch my house fill up with terrariums. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 4. This is my 5th one. Oh.
Should I go up?
Yeah.
Should I flip it?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. I got full screen now. Sorry.
So did you say 4? I got distracted by the camera angle criticism.
Yeah, this will be number 5.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
You're well on your way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Kelly. He's Mr. Hands Off the Wheel, so he's only here for feedback when you request it or whenever he wants to. Yeah. Do you guys have
any
any
Yeti microphone you have?
It is. I hear that's what all the streamers use these days.
It's one of the best.
Yeah. That's what they tell me. The guy that sold it to me was like, I don't like how I sound on it. I was like, all right, well, I'll take it.
Sold.
Yeah.
Where did you buy it?
I just got it on Kijiji. It was actually kind of gross when I got it. It smelled like terribly like cigarette smoke. I had to like air it out in my room for a bit, and like it was very bad. Clearly this guy like smoked. Like I swear he must have been like smoking and then like directly into the microphone. And I was like, are you sure it was the microphone that was making you sound shitty? Are you sure it's not just the fact that you're a chain smoker? I didn't ask him all those questions. It was the middle of a blizzard, so.
Yeah. And you still went out there and got it.
Yeah, well, it was, yeah. I just wanted it. I didn't want to, it was the middle of winter, and I was like, I can't guarantee that tomorrow's not going to be a blizzard, so. Kelly, was that a real comment about my sound quality? Has it improved? Or are you trolling me? Good talk.
The first job I ever had as like a 12-year-old, this guy that my dad knew, he owned a light and sound company, and he had got a bunch of like old lights from a strip club, and I had to clean them out, and they were just like covered in so much like nicotine and tobacco tar. It's one of the
Ugh.
grossest things ever.
For a second there, I was like, oh, that's sweet. Like, I didn't even think about that as a venue for like getting old lights. Like, maybe I could get some for my wedding, but maybe if I have to fucking clean all the fucking bar gunk off of them, that's a bad
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. I guess you can't smoke indoors as much now, so it may be a little less nasty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I can't imagine that they'd still smell very good, but maybe that's just me being shitty. I don't know. I always just assume that every strip club is like the one in Grand Prairie, which is bad. Yeah. Yeah, the food there is actually quite good. Yeah, I used to go there all the time when I was 18 and thought that being a girl going to the strip club was cool because I was like, I'm not like other girls. I love watching women like fucking have coins whipped at them in a very degrading way. It's super feminist and great. Which I mean, like, not to say that like I'm not like trying to degrade those women's choices, but like also I feel like I was just trying very hard to be that cool girl. And I'm not anymore. I don't. I don't need to put myself in uncomfortable situations in order to feel like I'm a cool girl.
We're proud of you.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. So I have to say, like, your guys' wedding was very good. And now I feel like I've got so much to compete with. Like, I would give your guys' wedding was like a solid 10 out of 10. Food was good. Ceremony was good. I really liked the venue. It was really pretty. The statue of the naked woman was really nice.
We got that custom made.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Was it modeled after Christine?
Yeah, that's right.
Good.
No comments.
I have pictures. I can look. Of the statue, to be clear. Christine's not just like sending me nudes on the regular or anything.
Your wedding is great, Nicole.
Yeah.
Thank you. If you guys had one thing that you would like, and not even just like in a wedding, but like at a party or a function, if there was like one thing that you were like, I would want to have that, or that would be sweet, what would it be?
I mean, it's not the classiest answer, but I say lots of booze is good. If that's the type of crowd you have, which I think, your friends are probably like me.
Yeah. Yeah, you've met a good chunk of our friends.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of debauchery. It's at a hotel, so that's always dangerous.
Yeah, that's going to be super convenient.
Yeah, I was watching a show the other day, and there was a joke about how it said something. It's like, this thing is just like having a wedding out of town, out of town at a hotel. It brings out the worst in everyone. And I was like, uh-oh, that's gonna be my wedding.
Nah, it'll be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be lots of fun. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to having you guys there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right on. So what are you guys thinking so far? I don't know how well you can see this. There's like a huge reflection from my computer screen, but there's like a fossil here. And got another little chunk of wood there. Oh my goodness. That's just like, it's just all glare. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's that?
I think it looks great, personally.
Okay. What do you guys think? More plants, maybe? I do have this guy. He's like this guy is like a little succulent type thing. But it's called Silver Baby's Tears. It's like yeah.
Very gothic name.
Yeah, actually, I didn't think of it that way. I was just like, yeah, baby's tears. That makes sense. Just like baby's breath, but I guess, yeah, it is a little darker than baby's breath. Yeah, they made actually making silver babies cry is actually very difficult. So that's why these are so hard to come by.
You got to get really personal.
Yeah. Just roast them. You know, most babies grow into their head size. We all know you never will.
That's good. I'm gonna use that for my next baby roast.
The term baby roast is like fantastic if you know what you're talking, if people know what you're talking about, but also gets way darker if you don't. Hey, you guys want to come over? I'm having a baby roast later.
All right, Nicole, I got to get off camera. Christine is walking around the house very carefully.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for calling in, guys. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, that was lovely. Christine and Ian, official friends of the show. Oh, I got some stickers in the mail today. And I meant to put them in arm's reach. Yeah, they're there. So, I don't know who's watching right now, but for those of you who are tuning in for the first time or haven't heard any Ryan stories, he's a huge fucking nerd. So I've got some Samus Aran stickers. So what I want to try and do is have it look like she's kind of walking through this landscape. And we'll see. Oh, they're not all individually cut out. They just come out as one sticker. That's kind of silly. I'm gonna get some scissors here. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Planning the wedding has been a little stressful, but mostly really nice. My partner, Ryan, is like very chill. And is like amazing at helping when I need him to, and is like very hands-on when he wants to, when I ask him to be, and is also like has also kind of let me do the theme of it. But I really wanted to like incorporate a bit of him. So if these turn out, I'm going to be very happy. That's pretty cute, right? I like it. So it's just like a little flavor of him. Yeah. I have a friend who's also getting married, and she was talking about how she had was having a hard time incorporating her style with her fiance's style, and he wanted his favorite sports team colors to be their colors, and she was pretty not into that. And yeah, I find it can be kind of tough to find that middle ground of each other's aesthetic. And I'm really coming to appreciate how Ryan and I've done that in our house, and the way we decorate our house, in our wedding, and the way we're planning that, and then also in our just our lives in general. We can be polar opposites on some things. Hi, David. Welcome to the stream. I don't know if you caught the Samus Aran stickers, but they came in and they look good, and I'm putting them everywhere. And I'm sorry you were attacked last time. That was, yeah, partly my bad. I had every intention of meeting my guests where they were at, but I also feel like I catfished some people into watching the show. Look at her. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, okay. Good. You missed the part where we talked shit about you. All right. I've got Powerball Samus. I've got Blaster Up Samus. I've got Shoulder Charge Samus. And I've got a Metroid. What would we like on here? I think, actually, David deserves a compliments corner. David, I love how active you are in the community and how driven you are to create a space for people to come together in Edmonton and make it inclusive and make it fun. And I wish I lived in Edmonton so I could spend more time there, because I think what you're doing is really important and cool. Don't say that. I'm sorry to hear. Oh, I guess. Nobody can see what you're saying. Do you want to talk about what happened? Sorry, I'm bad at terrariuming and producing at the same time. Yeah, if anyone... He's here. He's just... his hands are off the wheel, so... I've kind of got things going. Oh, God, I like how that turned out. Oh, Ryan's going to be so happy. Oh, that's kind of crooked. Let me see if I can fix that. Oh. Oh. Well, I take back my congratulations about your promotion then. Yeah, I totally get that right now as well. Oh. You're taking all of those comments back? I'm taking it all back. Taking it all back. I missed something. Oh. Yeah. I feel like this needs to be a campaign. We should like start some sort of movement to get Emily proposed to. So Emily is one of the hosts on David's regular Palmetto stream. And she has been surrounded by engaged people for a while and is apparently also really wants to be engaged herself. So that is that. David, do you want to, I guess, yeah, I don't want to pressure you. Do you want to come on and talk about things? I mean, this concept is like, I get it, but also like you give out your addresses for both of the places that you work very frequently. So I feel like if someone did want to come and murder you, like they have ample opportunity. You know, not a criticism, I'm just saying, like, if someone wanted to kill you, they definitely could have done it by now. I think people just probably don't want to kill you. But there's always time. Yeah. Fuck. I'm so impressed with how Samus turned out. Look at her. It looks like she's running from that Metroid, too. Nice. Well, now I wish I'd order more of these. I only have like one thing of them. Okay, I'm gonna put them on my other ones, too. Oh, shit. Here he is, the man of the hour. The man himself.
It's me.
How's it going, David?
Oh, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Nicole simply decided to become mean. Nicole will cut your mic. You start David's enemy corner. It's okay. Nicole wouldn't dare.
Oh, I would never.
So, you want me to get Emily to make you some Samus Aran stickers?
Do I want to what now?
Do you want me to make Emily make you some Samus Aran stickers?
Oh, is that a thing that you guys have the capacity to do?
Yeah, fucking nothing Emily can't do.
Oh, goddamn. I would love that. Make sure to tell her that they're for my wedding, though. The wedding that I didn't even really want to have this year. I was hoping to have to put it off another year, but I just am being forced to be married because someone proposed to me. Don't say any of that. That's mean.
What are they called? Centerpieces?
Terrariums? Yeah, centerpieces. Are you messaging her right now?
Yeah.
That is something that I've like always been bad at, and I should definitely get into the habit of is like just doing a thing on the spot. Because I'm always like, yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna do it later. I'm never gonna do it later. If I ever say I'm gonna do that, it's a fucking lie.
I use my inbox as my to-do list. So if I can't do something or if somebody wants to do something, I'm just like, you need to email me. And if you email me, it'll get done. If you don't email me, it's in fucking God's hands at this point.
That's fair. What about you, David? If you were going to a wedding and there was one thing that you were like, man, I really wish that this wedding had, like, what's one thing that you think every wedding has to have?
Board games.
Board games?
Yep.
Okay.
Or
classic board game shop owner answer.
That was my stance long before I owned a board game shop. At the very least, if not board games, but like some kind of activity to keep people entertained and amused at the table.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of like little like even a deck of cards, but like I don't know, like a little fucking cheap trivia game or something like that. Just like some kind of activity to keep people engaged. Because there's nothing fucking worse than having to make small talk with people you don't know or don't like at a wedding.
I thought that the point of being at a wedding was to not stay engaged.
Ah, nice. Got him.
Thank you.
You're quick, Nicole.
I do my best.
You are fucking quick. You could have been a stand-up comedian if you put your mind to it.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds like a lot. I am having a hard time being on a twice a month comedy show, so.
Fuck, the last 2 streams we did were over 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. Kelly and I were watching it the other day, and we're like, they're just eating pizza now. Like, they're not even looking at the camera; they're just eating pizza and then scrolling on their phones.
We had a real pizza party.
Hmm.
Yeah, so we do like 4 hours of streams, and then Ethan spends 2 weeks like editing it down for 10 minutes of sweet YouTube content.
Nice.
Yep, it's a pretty good life.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you caught that, but Kelly is suggesting that we, the boomer sex game that you opened and read a bunch of cards from in your last stream, he's suggesting we have that at the wedding.
You want to play around right now?
No. Maybe, yes. What do you got? Oh, he's already gone. He was not waiting for my response.
It's gonna be a new feature on our stream every week. Can't wait. Did you watch the whole thing? Emily fucking smoked it. Also, somebody wants me to do a thoughtful posting question.
Yeah, we watched. Well, we didn't watch the whole thing. We watched until the pizza party started, and then we went for a walko. So.
Oh, you didn't watch the boomer sex game segment then?
No, that was before the pizza party.
Yeah, Emily fucking nailed it. It was brutal.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, Kelly, you can play along too. So, what's the thoughtful posting question from yesterday?
What is the thoughtful posting question from yesterday? Oh, what is something that makes you feel warm inside? You can't say come. I already said that.
Gross. Are you talking about literally or figuratively?
Dealer's choice. It's up to you.
Well, my dad's chili.
You're what?
My dad's chili.
Uh-huh.
Because it's both like delicious, spicy, and I eat it when it's boiling hot. But also like there is like a comforting thing to it. It's like the only thing my dad cooks. And like as a general rule, I don't become attached to people emotionally. So like people die, take it or leave it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'll be overly distraught when my parents finally fucking pass on.
Finally, it sounds like you're just like, come on.
My mom has COVID this week, so fingers crossed.
Jesus Christ.
But life is suffering, Nicole. I just want what's best for them. So a sweet release from all this. That's the mood I'm in this week. You made me lose my train of thought. Oh yeah, but when he dies, like I'll actually be bummed out because that'll be no more dad's chili for me.
Mm-hmm. I like that you took that one literally and figuratively because you were like, it's comforting and also
warms me up from the insides.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Sorry. So for anyone watching still, the point of this game is you're going to read me a dirty thing and then I'm going to guess what the dirty thing is. Or guess what the clean answer is.
The game is called Dirty Minds, so it's all dirty clues that could be referencing something sexual, but it never is. Mm. The answers are always not dirty, but the clues are dirty.
I think I'm going to nail this.
Okay. I've got 4 columns and 4 rows, so I mean, give me two numbers between 1 and 4.
2 numbers between 1 and 4, 2 and 3.
2 and 3. All right. Oh my God. I don't like this one. All right. I usually tickle.
Feathers?
No.
Okay.
I sit on a man's face.
Oh, beards.
Nope.
Is it mustaches? Is it like some sort of facial hair? Yeah, mustaches. Yeah. Okay.
Truly amazing.
Nailed it.
All right, here's another one. This is a boomer. This is a dated one. If I miss, I hit your bush.
Baseball.
Nope. It's my job to stuff your box.
If I miss, I hit your bush. It's my job to stuff your box.
Mailman.
Oh, yeah.
Kelly's got it. Paperboy. Nicely done, Kelly.
How's my audio volume? I finally got my microphone to work.
Hey, Kelly, I'm glad you're here. Check this shit out.
Look at this.
Wait, hang on. Let me make it.
That's what she said.
First responders. Oh, hell yeah.
You can't do the real thing. You could at least play a role-playing game about it.
That's true.
I'm thinking about reaching out to my contact at Nate and seeing if I can get them to pitch on a Pimento Way workshop for the emergency management team, where they can use that game as a way of training for real-life situations.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
You guys are doing like summer camps and stuff this summer for like kiddos?
Hell yeah, we are.
Nice. What about for adults? Do you have an adult summer camp?
Every day summer camp, Nicole. You want to come on down? I'll play games with you for a full week.
Sweet.
I'm taking some time off for my birthday.
When's your birthday?
July 28th.
Oh, nice.
Except that's the same week as our summer camp, so TBD on that, I guess. Can you unbiggen me, Kelly? I don't like this.
Well, your name says Big D, so you gotta
Referring to my
keep
personality.
it. Gotcha. Actually, what week is that? I guess whatever. We don't need to make plans now.
Okay.
On air. I'd love to drop by the shop. Yeah.
Well, I'd love to have.
How's Swirl going?
Who watchers you got here? Just two?
Oh.
I'll tell a fucking story about Swirl. I was ready to fucking quit last night. I'll tell you that much.
Oh no.
Lose my goddamn mind over that place.
Uh-huh.
Does this get archived? I don't know
Yes.
how
Yeah, we'll be throwing it up later. We can edit this out if you want.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
So Swirl is in partnership with my boy JB and
Mhm.
Emily, the unmarried Emily. We call her unmarried Emily.
I'm sure she loves that.
Oh man, you love to see it. So like I'm used to like just cut and dry retail shit.
Mhm.
You know, I buy this for a specific price and then I sell it for a specific price and everything's straightforward.
Mhm.
But apparently this Pokemon shit is like the fucking stock market and prices just go up and fucking down all over town.
Oh.
And so there's a new set called fucking Brilliant Stars or some shit. Astral Radiance. And like I don't know anything about Pokemon. I know that I spent $200 on Pokemon cards in this week and I'm not feeling happy about that. So Astral Radiance is the brand new set, and they have a product called a Build and Battle Box, which comes with like a 40 card deck and then 4 booster packs. And the idea, you just buy that for $35 and start playing right away, which is cool. And so like the first conflict happened. Justin's away this week at a conference, and I was like trying to be helpful and trying to be a good business partner and like get all the inventory on the Swirl website. So I put a bunch of shit up, and then I was like looking at prices, and what he had told me was like there's an online retailer that like always does like Walmart pricing, so they just drop their prices super low. They go for volume sales. And there's a local retailer whose prices are a little bit higher. So he's like, just kind of use those as the rule of thumb and like price somewhere in between. So this Astral Radiance build and battle box was $24.95 at the online retailer and $34.95 at the local retailer.
Okay.
So knowing that, what would you think is a reasonable price to charge for this build and battle box?
Okay, so the one was 35 and the other one was what?
$24.95.
Oh, okay, so like
$35.
$30.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He had it priced at $32.95, which is like the weirdest fucking middle ground price. And I'm like, I hate things that don't have rounded out prices.
Yeah.
Let me just drop this to $29.99.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody had pre-ordered 2 boxes and then like pre-ordered 2 more boxes, and they were like, hey, I noticed the price dropped on these from when I pre-ordered to like when I like did my second order. Can I get a refund on the difference? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. It's fucking $6. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
There's $6 for you. Fucking go nuts. Buy yourself an ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
And then Justin's like, why did we drop the price on this? I was like, because you fucking told me to meet the difference between this price and that price. And he's like, well, that's too cheap. And I was like, holy fuck, I'm like, it's $3 Like, what do we fucking care about $3?
Mm-hmm.
A brand new store. So I'm like, for me, it's just like I mean, you know, my stance on capitalism. I'm anti-capitalism to begin with, but also it's $3. And like, why not build some goodwill, make a fucking big splash in the Pokemon community as a new store? And also, like, we're gonna have frozen yogurt and coffee drinks, which will have like a higher markup than Pokemon anyways. So like, the goal could just be to like build goodwill, get people into the store, get people talking about the store. and then fucking not worry about a couple $3 different sales here. So like whatever, I don't care. If he wants to be priced at $32.95, we'll price it at $32.95. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody was asking about the booster packs, which are the little individual packs that you can rip open, and that's like where most people get their Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him, I said, "Can we sell these?" And he said, "No, we can't until the 27th." I was like, "Okay, cool." So I told the customer, "No, we can't sell them." And a couple other people asked, I said, "No, we can't sell them." And then somebody put an order in on the website. Now, granted, this was my fault, but like somebody put an order in on the website, and he tried calling me 4 fucking times last night at like 9:45, and then sent a Facebook message to Emily and I. Now, for context, like we're supposed to be partners. This is the text he sent me. I don't know how well that'll come through. Do you see that? Embiggen. Kelly, Embiggen. There you go.
No. Oh, it's mirrored.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
have to
David,
read
you're
the-
also in mirror mode.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I don't care about the text, but just like you can see the fucking aggressive circling and the arrow pointing to the text,
Oh, yeah.
which is just reiterating that he had said the release date's not till the 27th. So he's like, A, we
Oh,
can't
that's
sell
not your aggressive circling.
He said, A, we can't sell these yet. And then he said, B, that price is way too cheap. And also it's funny because he did a boomer thing where he put B and then a bracket, which did the little fucking smiley with sunglasses. It really undercut his fucking aggressive ass tone that he was coming at me with. And then he's like, forget the emoji. I don't know what the fuck, but that order needs to be canceled ASAP and that item removed. I thought I was clear. May 27th is the release date. And I was like, fuck you, fucking swirl, fuck all of this shit. I'm done. Fuck you. I was ready to fucking shut the whole thing down.
Yeah.
Because like we're supposed to be partners, and like I thought I was clear is not how you fucking talk to a partner, especially with this fucking 45 aggressive circles with a fucking big arrow. It's like we were fucking clear, so we told every customer that asked we can't sell them. So yeah, like to be fair, I acknowledge like I activated them on the website and I shouldn't have, but like we could have just been like, oh, it's a pre-order sale. Like they didn't have the word pre-order, but like who fucking cares? Like it's not the fucking big deal.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, like I said, yesterday was not a good day for me. So I was just like, fuck you and fuck this and fuck Swirl. Fuck Pokemon.
Sounds like he's got like something else going on because it sounds like he's like bringing something else to that conversation because you're right, that's more aggression than he needs to be.
Well, I tried calling. I was like, I private messaged Emily. I was like, I'm fucking done. I'm like, I'm ready to fucking quit. I'll fucking put him in enemy corner, hit list number 1. We'll rename the Jespo list to the JB list.
I thought we decided Kelly was going to be enemy number 1.
No, never. Not in your life. So I tried calling him back because I was like, I just got to fucking hash this out. I'm like, I'm just going to be mad about this all night. So I tried calling him back. He didn't answer. Then he called me back like 20 minutes later. And then like on the phone, like everything was chill. He's like, yeah, he's like, we just got to be mindful that like we can't, like we don't want to risk our status as a Pokemon retailer because like they take that shit real serious, those pre-orders and shit. So like you can't break street dates or you can like basically be banned from selling Pokemon product.
Whoa,
like,
really?
Our whole business model is selling Pokemon products. So I was like, so like cool, like yeah, like no problem. Like I'm not saying that like it shouldn't have been addressed and like we were on top of addressing it, but just like it's just like the fucking tone, right? Like
yeah.
I think, and Emily and I talked about this morning, and like I think it's just he doesn't like you can't really read tone in a text, I guess, but like I don't know, just the aggressive circling and fucking arrows. And I'm just at a point in my life now where I'm like, I'm not putting up with anybody. I'm done dealing with anybody's shit. Like I'm just fucking. I'd rather fucking just live alone in a cave and never talk to another human being again than have a fucking person treat me in a way that is not ideal for how I want to be treated.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I find the older I get too, the more I'm like, I mean, I'm not like, I'm shitty about it. So I'm like pretty passive aggressive and I'll just stop talking to people. But.
Oh, I'm ready to be fucking aggressive. I told you about that email I sent to that client that I fired, right?
Yeah, you did. Good for you.
Yeah, I'm ready to be fucking aggressive. And then, yeah, this whole fucking promotion thing. The person who also got the promotion alongside of me, it just feels like they're being really fucking undermining and shitty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to fucking tell my manager, you know what, I don't want this fucking job anymore.
Yeah.
The new job. I want to stay in the old job.
Yeah.
Anyways, really messing up your whole chill fucking terrarium vibes now again.
I was going to say that we could just kind of sandwich that with like a pivot back to an extremely good vibe. Nicole, what's a wholesome question you have for David?
There's no good vibes here, Kelly.
That's a lie. You told me that you could beat the Bob Ross vibes. So, come on, let's.
I could have last week, Nicole. This is a whole new week. Today is the fuck everything vibe today.
Okay.
You know what's a chill vibe? This
What's
nice
that?
little RPG called Wander Home.
What is it? What is that about?
You set forth into a world of grassy fields, mossy shrines, herds of bumblebees, rabbits in sundresses, geckos with suspenders, starry night skies, and the most beautiful sunsets you can imagine. We will
Geckos
be
with Suspenders sounds like a fucking like indie folk rock band.
we will befriend stag beetles the size of houses, argue with the king of the floating mountain, fall in love in the basket of a hot air balloon up in the clouds, and go on a journey with some of the most amazing people you could ask for. Where will we go? What will we see? We'll have to find out together. Will you join me?
Won't you be my neighbor? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a chill, cool co-op RPG situation made by J Dragon.
Nice. Dragging these nuts on your face. What?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I can't hear the word dragon outside of a fantasy novel without like immediately thinking of that joke.
Speaking of dragons, did you know we're not allowed to use the term slay anymore?
What?
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
It's AAVE.
AAVE? Sorry.
African American Vernacular English.
Oh. Like because like it's like it's a word that's like we're basically like if we're stealing it from like a
Slay queen.
culture. Yeah, right. Okay.
But I'm concerned about what's gonna happen when all the fucking dragons come back.
Yeah. And you can just do the same thing that all of our childhood cartoons did and just say destroy instead of kill.
Nope. You have to slay a dragon. Dragon who must be slain.
That's fair. What's your favorite like dragon-y traditional fantasy type novel for it?
What's your question?
What's your favorite fantasy series?
I'm actually rereading the Silver King series by Stephen Diaz. Which is truly amazing. It should have gotten the same kind of hype that Game of Thrones did, because it's like that level of fucking interesting and well-developed writing. And also it's finished, unlike Game of Thrones. I thought the book was so good, and then I was like doing a little digging around, and I found out that like he fucking like lost a lot of faith in the as an author because like it just didn't do well, and he like made no money on it.
Oh.
I like wrote him an email, and I was like, "Hey, Mr. Diaz, I'm like, I just want to let you know I just finished the series, and I thought it was fucking amazing, and it's really unfortunate I didn't do better." He wrote me back the saddest email. It's like, yeah. He's like, I thought it was a really good series too. I really enjoyed writing it, but it's really hard to make any headway in fantasy. So, all right, sorry.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Silver. I already forgot the name of the series.
Silver King, you said?
Silver Kings, I think.
Yeah.
You get the whole series on. You get the whole series on Amazon Kindle for like $40.
Yeah, but then you have to give Jeff Bezos money. Is there somewhere else I can find it?
Library.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Well, sorry. Can you spell that out? I'm going to throw it up in the chat here.
Yep. The first book is called The Adamantine Palace. Then the King of Crags, the Order of the Scales, the Black Mausoleum, the Dragon Queen, the Splintered Gods, and then the penultimate book, Delta book. Oh, you know what else is fucking lit? Joe Abercrombie's. What was that guy's book series called? Oh man, that was so good.
The guy who does the expensive jeans?
You got it, buddy. The first Law series. That's so the Silver King series is like the book series that I want to go really well because Stephen Diaz is a sad man who needs a little bit of a pick me up. But if you're like just going pound for pound, high quality fantasy, it's 100% the first Law trilogy. So fucking good.
Okay.
Ugh,
sorry. So what's the story? Stephen with a PH?
Yeah, you got it. STEPHEN, just like my friend Stephen Ho.
DIAZ? Diaz?
DEAS.
DEAS. And then what was the other one?
First Law trilogy by Joe Abercrombie. I don't think Joe Abercrombie needs that help though. Pretty sure that guy's fucking. He's reaching probably Brandon Sanderson level.
Yeah. Oh, he's not hurting or anything, so we should definitely support the other guy.
Yeah. The first book in the first Law series has 197,000 ratings on Goodreads. So I think Joe Abercrombie's doing just fine for himself.
Okay.
Comparatively, the Adamantine Palace has 2,100 ratings.
Oh,
Read that fucking book. It was good.
I'll do it.
That man, and email him and let him know that I fucking sent him your way. Oh, can I give a third? Am I allowed to do 3? Or am I limited
Yep.
to 2?
No, absolutely. Any recommendations? I'm down.
Holy fuck. Have you ever read who's the guy with all the rape?
There's just one?
Prince of Thorns. Who's that guy? Mark Lawrence. Fucking Mark Lawrence.
So I'm curious about whether or not I should be recommending this to our viewers when you call them the guy with all the rape.
So Mark Lawrence wrote a series called The Broken Empire. It was Prince of Thorns, King of Thorns, and Emperor of Thorns. And there was like literally like one part of the book that like talked about like that alluded to a rape scene that happened like off scene in the book. And like somehow like everybody started talking about how Prince of Thorns was like a book with all the rape. Like there was like I've read that book 2 or 3 times. Like I said, there was like one, and I'm not advocating for like any sort of sexual assault in books or movies or anything like that. But like, yeah, it's like I'm literally looking at a Goodread right now, Goodread review. I can't get behind a book that has the main character raping girls in the first few pages. No thanks, I'm good. Like I'm really confident that that's not the case. But he really got fucking dragged for like being the book with all the rape, which is like really not what it's about at all.
And also, like, everyone watched Game of Thrones. There's like some pretty rapey shit in there.
Yeah, like actual rape, like when fucking fucking Jaime Lannister rapes his sister in the mausoleum, which pissed me off so much. Out of all, there's 2 things that I fucking hated about the adaptation of Game of Thrones. One, the fact that they couldn't have the Knight of Flowers just be gay. Like it had to be so fucking over the top and effeminate, and like because I read all of the Game of Thrones books and I did not know that the Knight of Flowers was gay. And I was like, I watched the first season of Game of Thrones. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why are they making the Knight of Flowers gay? Have a good day, Julian. And then I like went online to like complain, and then I saw like a bunch of evidence from the books. I'm like, he's gay, and I'm like, oh, like that's good character writing. He was gay, but being gay wasn't central to his character. He was just a really good knight who was really popular and really well liked, who also happened to be gay. So the fact that he was gay was just like had absolutely nothing to do with his character, which I think is great. And then on the fucking HBO series, they literally introduced the character with him shaving another man's chest, like literally doing the gayest thing they could imagine in HBO Central. And I was like, holy fuck, you have such low regard for your fucking viewers.
Is shaving another man's chest the gayest thing you can imagine? You don't do that for your friends?
100%. The second gayest thing I can imagine, Lorenzo sent me a fucking GIF yesterday that said sending virtual hugs. I was like, oh my god, get out of here with your shit.
Nicole, what's the gayest thing you can imagine?
I don't have to imagine. I've just seen the gayest things. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm being put on the spot. Just gay stuff.
Butt stuff.
Butt stuff's not inherently gay.
No, it's not. There's also like, this is like delving into 90s comedian shit, but like there's been a lot of comedians that have done bits about how like I'm gonna get blue here for a second, but taking a dick in the ass is like one of the most macho masculine things you can do. So like there's this weird like, you know, kind of twist on it of like, you know, having gay sex is not actually gay, it's pretty masculine. Anyways, getting off track here. What were we talking about? Rape?
No, we were talking about fantasy novels that you recommend.
We're talking about Game of Thrones. So three cardinal sins of Game of Thrones of the series. One, like fucking insulting the intelligence of the readers, the watchers, by not just letting the Knight of Flowers be a character who happened to be gay. 2, fucking changing Asha's character because they're like, well, we have a character named Asha. We can't possibly have a character named Asha. We can't have a character named Asha and Asha. People won't know what the fuck's going on. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. And I already forgot the third one. Oh yeah, fucking what we got on this with the whole rape conversation that you wanted to bring up. It's weird how much you want to talk about rape today. Having Jaime Lannister rape Cersei in the fucking mausoleum where Joffrey was killed, because that was not the dynamic between Jaime and fucking Cersei. In the entire dynamic between those two, Cersei was the one who had all the power and all of the fucking command. Like, there's absolutely no way Jaime would ever fucking do that. It was such a fucking weird take that they just forced in for no fucking reason.
Yeah, just like Jaime Lannister.
First of all, how dare you?
Forced in for no reason. Anyways,
The rape.
I I shouldn't be making rape jokes. This is supposed to be a chill episode.
I bring out the worst in people.
Absolutely not. I wanted to say I brought you on last week because I like how you keep the energy up, and I feel like you're good at like asking questions and keeping people talking and filling all those weird awkward gaps that I tend to have. That's yeah, no, not making that joke. Yeah, so thanks for coming.
Were you thinking about a rape joke in terms of filling the gaps?
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
the problem.
No. No, I was also the one that brought up He Who Shall Not Be Named last week. So
He who's
Yeah.
not oh, fucking Josh Cornell. Failed musician Josh Cornell.
why did I even do this? Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, I guess it's I'm sure you have. But did you read what's his butt?
Don't ever make assumptions about what I haven't read.
It's Doors of Stone is the book that we've been waiting for a long time. Name of the Wind. Did you read that series at all?
I did read that series, yeah.
What did you think of it?
I really liked the first one.
Mhm.
I can't remember how I felt about the second one.
Mhm.
And then he did that like weird side story one that I absolutely fucking hated.
I listened to like the first 20 minutes of the audiobook and then I was like, nope.
Yeah. The first one I really enjoyed. I could not tell you one thing about any of them though. Like I did enjoy it quite a bit. I don't know. I don't know. I'm honestly just over new media, like new TV shows, new books. I'm just rereading the shit that I like and rewatching the shit that I like.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for the recommendations. I'm definitely gonna look those up.
Yeah, I would say in order, like I would definitely read Mark Lawrence first. Like so he's done 4 trilogies.
Okay.
Now, the first one was amazing, and the last one was really, really good too.
Okay.
The second one, maybe it's only 3 trilogies. Or he's done 4. I've read 3 of them. The first one, like literally, it was like so good. Like it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one I read, the Red Queen series, like so good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was weird. Like I don't know if he like adjusted his writing style because like the first one was like very much like about. So the whole premise of it, without spoiling it too much, is just like it's about this kid, this young like teenager, he's like 12 or 13, and he's like part of a band of like basically bandits. Like they're just like going around like stealing and killing people and like doing all kinds of bad shit. And then like it's about his journey. And then the third book was about this girl who like ends up in a convent as like as a warrior nun. And so like the first series the first book got a lot of criticism because of all the rape. And then like the third book, he like wrote it from a female perspective, and like it was just like this super badass like warrior nun. Like I thought it was pretty good. There were like no male characters in the third series, which was a nice change of pace because the first series was all men.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he like did that specifically to like try to balance things out, but
yeah, his first series did not pass the Bechdel test.
It's been a long time since I read it, so I don't think so. If you start, let me know whenever you start reading any of those series because I'll reread them alongside you, and we can compare.
I'm a very slow reader. As a heads up.
That's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
You read at your pace, Nicole.
Okay.
Oh, you want a non-fantasy book recommendation that really fucked me up?
Yep.
You should read a book called John Dies at the End by David Wong.
What happens in the show? What happens in the book?
It's it honestly, like, it's one of those books. It's just like, I don't know if your brain is dumb. My brain's real dumb. And like I have like a lot of just like weird, especially at night, right? Like when I'm trying to go to sleep and I'm just like fucking thinking about all these like weird fucking scenarios that have been implanted in my subconscious by years of watching like sci-fi and horror movies in my teens.
Mm-hmm.
But like John Dies at the End just like tapped into like all these, like it was like literally, it was like somebody looked at my brain and like, let's look at all the stuff that would like really fuck this guy up and then just write a book that features all this shit. So it was like really, like I don't know if the book is as good as like for anyone else as it was for me, because it was like touched on a lot of things that were like already not triggers, because it wasn't like a trigger, but just like things that like really tapped into my fucking subconscious, my psyche.
Mm-hmm.
So John Dies at the End is really cool too.
Okay, cool. David Wong is fake. What is this?
Yeah, David Wong is fake. David Wong he's a really prolific writer. He wrote for College Humor or Cracked, and that's like a pen name that he used.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's a white guy using a.
Jason Pargan is his real name.
Okay. Well, all right.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
cracked. Nicole, did you listen to that Behind the Bastards episode on the Dulles brothers?
No.
Okay, well, he's the guest in it, and he sucks up all the air. But anyway, he's a writer, not a podcaster.
Is he problematic?
No, it was one of those situations where, like, I think, like, podcasts in that format where, like, someone reads a script to someone else are best served when basically one person, like, has a script and knows everything, and the other person is, like, kind of a neophyte and just, like, learning and just going, like, wow, holy shit, this is amazing. But he was a guest who was, like, clearly knowledgeable. But, I mean, A, his mouth was dry as a Sahara Desert, and B, like, he just sounded like your most boring social studies teacher imaginable. And, like, but he would just, like, constantly, like, interrupt to go on his own, like, long explanation of why, like, the Dulles brothers are evil, which they were, but it just, like, it was just not a great, like, he wasn't a good guest for the show, which was a bummer.
What you're saying is when you have an online show and you bring a guest on who just dominates the conversation and pushes their own agenda, it's not a good thing?
I'm saying it can be challenging if you're trying to cultivate a certain type of style.
I have a certain type of style.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, it might not be as good for everyone else, but I fucking love that book. I was trying to get Emily to read. I bought a copy for Emily to read. It's sitting on her fucking desk right now. We were going to do a Pimetaway book club for the stream.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, sure would have been. She's
Yeah,
like,
speaking of recommendations, Nicole, don't we have a new zone for recommendations?
yeah, hop onto our Discord and throw them all in there. It's called the Rec Room.
It's called the Rec Center,
The Rec Center. It's called the Rec Center.
I can
and you
promise
wreck
you
things.
now that Nicole and I are friends on Facebook, I'm never going to Discord again.
You're going to be real disappointed when I get rid of Facebook.
You can still have Facebook Messenger and get rid of your main Facebook profile.
Yeah, I might do that.
I also think I have your cell number saved in my phone.
Yeah, but if I move to
Yeah,
Switzerland, that
Nicole, why
won't.
don't you just give David your cell number here on the stream?
Yeah, absolutely.
780-909-2495. Get at
Yeah, just put that up on the screen there.
That'll be perfect.
Nicole could stay on Messenger, but also you could come onto our Discord and, shit post around with us. It's fun.
My breakfast.
Sometimes we even thoughtful post.
I wasn't listening to anything you were saying. Ethan sent me a fucking TikTok. I thought it was our TikTok. It wasn't. I'm only interested in watching two things on TikTok. TikTok fails and my own
And
TikTok.
your own TikToks, just recordings of yourself.
I do some real funny shit, Nicole, and it makes me laugh every time I watch it.
It would not be a David appearance if he did not stare at his phone in the middle of it and claim he doesn't get distracted.
Listen, I've been here for more than 10 minutes, so I'm already debunking Nicole's fucking allegations against me.
That's fair. I did say 10 minutes. And it is over an hour now. So, yeah, let's wrap it up. Do you want to plug anything? Do you want to plug your new podcast?
Guess I'll just make like a tree and fuck off.
Do your podcast doesn't have any, like you said, you've recorded your episodes. Are you going to be publishing them soon?
Nah, I'm over it.
Yeah, fair.
Did I ever tell you about my depression podcast?
No.
Yeah, I had a depression podcast when I was depressed last year.
Mm-hmm.
I cured my depression with a podcast.
Mm-hmm. And it worked?
Yeah, it did. Now I'm depressed again, so I don't know. Maybe this is a temporary fix. So the podcast. So we're going to talk about the real podcast that we're actually making, or the podcast that I recorded and just kept for myself as a fun little thing.
Yeah, both. Tell us about the one that you kept for yourself first.
So I thought it was a really fun premise for a podcast. I was going to, I invited probably 10 or 12 guests on to talk about. So there was It's Your Boy, I think was the name of it. And the premise was I invited people that I know, because I know a fucking ton of people. And I would basically interview them to talk about how we met, what their first impression was of me. And if there was one thing they could change about me, what it would be.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. It was fun. I really wanted people to get into it. I wanted people to treat it like I would treat it if somebody invited me onto the podcast like that. Mm-hmm. Very few people did, but it was good. We had some really good, deep, meaningful conversations with some good friends. It was a lot of fun.
I mean, is there any reason you can't just resurrect that by having us as your next guest?
No, not on. I would love to.
Okay, we'll do it. Nicole's in town this weekend.
Oh, yeah, we can do it in person. I was just doing it over Zoom, but yeah, that's great. Are you in town this weekend?
No, I'm through town this weekend. I'm going to Grand Prairie.
Hell yeah. Take me with you.
Okay.
We'll go to the trap house.
Yeah, come check out the. I was gonna say come dress shopping with me. That's why I'm going to Grand Prairie. So
Why the fuck would you go to Grand Prairie to go dress shopping?
because my mom lives there and she wants to see me put on pretty dresses.
That's fair. All right.
Yeah.
Touche.
Uh,
It's the only reasonable answer to that question.
yeah.
Really shut down my criticism.
I also the dress shop. My friend used to work there, and it's just it's a cool shop. So check it out. Yeah. So actually, before we go, you should plug your new podcast.
The new podcast is called.
Kelly, was that you? Neat. Sorry.
Life really comes at you fast.
Okay, your new podcast is.
I'm over it. No more plugs. I'm done. What happened?
Kelly was being a dingus, I think.
Was that on purpose?
I think so. He promises he won't do it again, he
I
says.
love it, man. I'm not plugging anything.
Okay. Well, David's new podcast is that NDN problem.
You're not allowed to say that.
What's that?
You're not allowed to say that.
Oh, okay.
It's like the N word.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's all three. It's
David's
the N
podcast
and the D
is-
and the N.
I love it when everyone talks over each other at the same time.
David's podcast is can't be named, so you can never search it. And
I stole this from Fort Edmonton Park today.
all right.
Oh.
Well, thanks for tuning in.
Nicole, can we end on a compliment?
Yep. I think. Oh, you get a compliment
Fuck
me.
you. Mute her, Nicole. Mute her, Kelly.